Followed the award to Mr. Pasternak of the Nobel Prize for Literature, which subsequently he decided to refuse. Yesterday, Moscow radio quoted an appeal addressed by Mr. Pasternak to Mr. Khrushchev, in which he said he had learned that the Soviet government would allow him to leave Russia.
This is impossible for me. I am linked with Russia by birth, life, and work. And I can't imagine my life apart from or outside of Russia. Whatever my mistakes or delusions, I can't conceive I would become the center of such a political campaign as has been whispered around my name in the West. When I became aware of this, I informed the Swedish Academy that I was voluntarily rejecting the Nobel Prize. Leaving my country would be tantamount to death. I beg you not to apply this extreme measure in respect to me. It is my earnest belief that I have made some contribution to Soviet literature and that I can still be useful.
Moscow radio added that Mr. Pasternak would be allowed to go to Sweden to receive the prize if he so wished, and denied that he had been refused permission. A telegram of protest about the treatment received by Mr. Pasternak was sent to Moscow on Wednesday by 15 of Britain's best-known authors. One of them was Dame Rose Macaulay, who died suddenly the next day at the age of 77. In our programme that night, Sir Gerald Barry paid a tribute to her memory.
Well, we've lost a dear, innocent, gifted, articulate friend, especially articulate in bringing together, in bridging and in interpreting an age just past with the age of today and tomorrow. She was a writer and a person of rare and original imagination. And although anything that one says of her mustn't, of course, for a moment leave out her exquisitely astringent irony and wit, I would say that the secret of her life was that throughout it was inspired by love. I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to pay my humble tribute to her.
When the news came on Tuesday that Cardinal Roncalli, the Patriarch of Venice, had been chosen as the new Pope, speculation began as to whether there would be any change in the papal attitude towards Roman Catholics behind the Iron Curtain, and what would be the relations of Pope John XXIII with communists in general. Reporting from Rome, Patrick Smith quoted the Pope's former secretary as saying,
"He is a man with enormous respect for the human person and individual liberty, a man of peace, believing that progress can best be achieved through the slow ripening of time. He cannot be described as a man of left or right. That would be contrary to his character. He believes that force and counterforce should be led together in peace towards progress."
The announcement of Pope John's election was made by Cardinal Roncalli from the balcony of St. Peter's.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum, habemus papam. Eminentissimum ac reverendissimum Dominum Angelum Josephum Sante Romane Ecclesiae Cardinale Roncalli.
Later, the new Pope gave his first apostolic benediction to the city of Rome and to the world, Urbi et Orbi.
Benedictio Dei omnipotentis, Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti, descendat super vos, et maneat semper. Amen.
One of London's distinguished visitors was the Yugoslav foreign minister, Mr Popovic. We asked him about his country's role in international relations at the present time.
Our whole policy is directed towards promoting the best relations, best possible relations with all countries. Use of all existing possibilities for the strengthening of peace in the world.
You think then that your visit here has been a success?
Oh, I think definitely, yes.
The communique after your talks does not mention the subject of Britain giving a loan to Yugoslavia. Did you discuss it?
Yes, we discussed that item among other items. And we explained to our British friends why we were interested in having a quick answer in order to know how it will affect our economic planning for the future.
Economic planning for Europe's future was the theme of negotiations in Paris on a possible free trade area. When the talks ended, the Paymaster General, Mr Maudling, who had presided, told one of our Paris correspondents,
"What we have done on this occasion is to establish a machinery of consultation and discussion which will enable us to agree by January the 1st if we really want to agree. If there is the will to agree, I'm quite sure that now we have made it possible to do so. But whether we shall agree is a question which I wouldn't like to hazard